Hello, everyone. Today I'm gonna be going through books and book covers that I've made for like book ideas that I wanted to make or that I did make, and be be aware these go back from like to like last year to like this year and from like 2021. So you've been warned, and I'll just tell you like what it was gonna be about or what it is about. So Trapped was the most recent one. I think it was supposed to be about little cartoon characters that realize they're a cartoon and then like try to escape, and then he was gonna like wake up at the end and he's gonna be like some mentally insane dude in like an asylum. So yep, that was what Trapped was gonna be. Um, Burrow of Lies was gonna be about a father rabbit who was a hitman and like didn't tell his family, and his name was gonna be Richard. As you can see, one side he has like flowers for his wife and like grocery store bag, and on the other side he has like a pistol and a hitman briefcase. So yeah. Nelly from Hell. This one is kind of weird because it was a character. Nelly was a character that I made like whenever I was like, I don't know, before, and like I honestly kind of hate her now, but whatever. All right, and this is not her. This was actually her friend. Like I don't even remember the name, but they were basically like it was kind of like the same thing as Traps. Like they were in like a cartoon or whatever, and then they took the headsets off. And Nelly was not a little cartoon friend anymore. She was a demonic wall climbing like vampire demon. And yeah, from hell. So yeah, there's that. The next one, the beginning of this is a bunch of front covers that I never finished, and then near the end is like actual books. All right, The Haunting at Heather's House. This was actually a story that my brother made. See, it says by Micah and Alex. I was obviously gonna take the like story and make it into like a full fledged thing, but I never got around to this. And the how like look at that, bro. What is that? And it was basically about like five kids, I think, who like the main character's name was like Fawn or something, and they went to this house, and there was like hallucinations that could hurt them. I think there was like a clown guy. It was Heather, obviously. So yeah, my brother actually did make this into a book at one point, and yeah, I never finished this version. All right, Lucid Nightmares. This was actually gonna be like a board game, but so this is not. This was not gonna be a book. This was gonna be a board game, but his name is Hound, and he's like has like heightened like senses, like smelling and like hearing, and he would also be able to see in the dark. But yeah. All right. Okay, I have tweaked these a little bit with some like really like cringe stuff, but because I never finished this, but these were super animals. Okay. Um. So, if you know that I made a super animals book called Super Animals 3, there were a lot of things that came before it. This was the most recent one to the one that you actually got. Super Animals 3 Cyber. As you can see, it looks pretty good, I think. And then this one was the never mind. And these two were like really early ones that really suck in my opinion. Yeah, don't mind that, please. I just added that afterwards. This don't mind the name. It's pretty goofy. This is gonna be like a really goofy thing, and as you can see, they're very goofy in my opinion. And I actually started this, and it says, yeah, episode 1, guilty. Are you going to try to kill me or something? I'm always strapped, so just keep following me, fella. And it was basically, this first part was gonna be his brother, which was this guy. Like, basically tricked him into thinking that he killed someone, and like blamed him. I don't know. It's really confusing, but he was gonna go to jail for it and meet these two guys, and they were gonna escape. That's what that was. This was the most recent thing that I stopped making. Okay, this was actually the first page to The Haunting at Heather's House. This is Fawn. There's their teacher doing some unholy, like, a nut, and, like, that doesn't work, but yeah, obviously. And this was the most recent thing that I gave up on. Okay, actually, this was the first page to Traps. So he's like in his goofy little house. Swing. I love living my life as a cartoon. Wait, I'm a cartoon? The poor rabbit named Felix has never put the pieces together that he's a cartoon. Felix ran to his friend Sugar's house. He wants to tell her that he has realized he is a cartoon. Sugar, knock. I know this might be weird, but I think we are cartoons. And I gave up on this, obviously. There's a lot of stuff that I didn't finish, and I'll probably get back to one of these days. But the manor, this was the most recent thing. It was a group of people: Jason, Quinn, Eric, Chloe, Kristen, Richard, Mary, and Victoria. And it was basically they got invited to a manor, and they would like play some like games, I think, to like win money, I guess. And I'm gonna read this. One more stamps down the lid of an envelope. So this is at the manor. Throws the envelope onto a table. This will be fun. Chuckles. A man created 8 letters to 8 different individuals. He's the owner of the manor. This man's name is Freddie Chandler. The manor is usually known as the Chandler Manor. No one is allowed. Chapter 1, Kristen. Muffled music. 1 more hour. Picks up a plate. So she works at a diner. Picks up money while stacking plates. What is that? Kristen saw an envelope sitting on the table labeled Kristen. So yeah, she was one of the people invited to the manor. Which, yep, I'm not doing this. And then this was something like way before. I made this in 2024, but obviously I wasn't going to finish it that year, so I put it labeled as 2025. The Weeping Slasher. This was going to be my take on like a like slasher thing. So if you notice, these are actually very similar, and I took some character designs. So see, this was Chloe, and that's also Chloe. This is Kristen, that's also Kristen. That is Quinn, and that is also Quinn. So like, oh yeah, and then the 2 Jasons as well. So yeah, this was basically gonna be about a slasher, obviously, in Raven Creek. I don't remember that, but anyway, and he was just gonna basically be a slasher, and it was gonna be revealed that he was working with the slasher. So, all right. This is something that I actually finished. Super Animals by Alex, 2022. Yep, this is pretty yuck, but yeah. Okay, I thought it was about to flip. And this is the first to 3 Super Animals books that I made so far. So, and now Super Animals 2. This was the biggest book that I have made yet before Super Animals 3, which is the biggest one as of now. This was my like magnum opus for a while, but I just finished Super Animals 3 last year, so yeah. And next is Super Animals 3, and for Super Animals, how did that get on top? For Super Animals 2 and 3, I have a reading of that on my channel, so you can go check that out, yeah. And now, here's the front cover of Super Animals 4, which I'm going to start this year, and hopefully finish it by 2026. So yeah, Super Animals 4, Frost, yeah. This is Sam, and this is his son, Chase, and as you can see, Chase is wearing Sam's Super Animals 2 outfit, so yeah. Okay, this is kind of yuck. I'm sorry, y'all, but Axe the Wishing Man 2. The more the merrier. Spelled extremely wrong. This was one of the first ever like big books that I made. Yeah, as you can see, the writing's pretty trash, but I don't know where the first one is. This is like really bad. I'm sorry. I don't want to like put it down, but yeah, I kind of want to. All right, the next thing is forks versus spoons. This was a very rushed thing. And yeah, I remember um I don't remember what this was inspired by, but I remember it was inspired by something, but I don't know. As you can see, Thanos' worst nightmare, fork, if you know, you know. Now, the next thing, I don't have all of these. I don't know where the rest of them are, but I have these two. Actually, I have these three. They're the Happy Town. This was the first one. This was the third one, and this was the fourth one. I don't know where the second and fifth one are, but it was basically about a town that had a happiness meter, and when that went down, terrible things would happen to them. So this is Jeremiah. I don't remember any of their names. I think this one's his name is like God. It's like Sean. Wait. Yeah, I think it's Sean, but yeah, so the third one was where they got like crystallized by this big thing. And then the fourth one is never finished. Yeah, but you know, this obviously was something. And as you can see, they get like haunted by it, like in the hallways. Yeah, but this is a hallucination. This is not actually happening, sir. And yeah, the very first version of the Happy Town was inspired by a show that I had never watched, Attack on Titan. I don't watch anime. I never have, but I just like the idea of big monsters, and this is what it would look like. Very goofy, very, very goofy and cartoony. I never finished this one either. So. The next one I never finished was Bomb Heist. This is actually the second front cover to this that I made. The first one had like it actually like showed the characters. But yeah, this is like basically a group of criminals who did heists. Yeah. I don't know which one is next. This is really trash. The Eight Warriors. It was basically about like these are not tombstones. It's like a I don't know because they're not dead. I mean, yeah, like it was basically about like little characters that were warriors and they were like banished or something and they like came back. I don't know. This is pretty trash. I don't expect to ever draw these characters again. But yeah. This was the first iteration of Super Animals. Dog Battles. What is that spelling? But yeah. It like devolved into like an octopus thing. Don't mind that, bro. And yeah, I mean, the coloring in this was trash. Wait, I bet I can find a instance where the coloring was horrible. Yeah, look at that. I don't know if I did this on purpose, but that is garbaggio. No offense. Yeah, but I was really proud of this, and I feel like my brother hated it, so I didn't make you another one. And then here's this. Boxing Cat. This was something that I was actually very proud of. Especially basically just a cat who's boxing a bunch of other cats. Yeah. And if I sound a little sick, that's because I've been sick for like who knows how long. Alright, we're getting near the end. Alright, this was something called Party Animals. This was something with no pictures, which is actually trash in my opinion. But a lot of writing. Yeah, it was basically about people like if you've ever seen Willy's Wonderland, it's basically that, but really trash. Yeah, again, like no offense to myself, but kind of a lot of fans. Now, this was a bigger thing that I'm not very proud of called Tank. Oh, yuck. And it's very, like, coming apart. So this is pretty old as well. And yeah, it's basically just, like, like military people who like disguise themselves as like their enemies to like get closer. I don't know. This is really trash. I'm sorry, but I'm really proud of a lot of these things in here, but this was no bueno. All right. Now the last one, I mean, I've made hundreds of like book ideas, but obviously I can't find all of them. I was looking for one that I made called Cowboy Life. It was about like a cowboy, obviously, named Trigger. And I remember his dad sacrificed himself at the end of it. And I was like 7 when I made it. All right, 21. This is actually a really gruesome thing, but it's really cartoony, as you can see. And if you've ever seen Squid Game, bro, I was on something when I made this. I'd obviously really like Squid Game. I mean, I don't know if I would make a whole thing about it or like inspired by it now, but yeah, 21. And I remember I didn't make any more of these because because of the 21 meme, like, yep. So just put back. So yeah, this was a lot of the books ideas that I made in my life, and I hope you enjoy. Bye.